Which of the huts can I take for myself?
The hut over there with the little cat.
Nothing has changed.
That won't happen. Maybe. That's not really my problem.
Rely on.
As long as
But keep it to your.
I thought that had been cleared up ages ago.
Don't pay attention to me. I'll stay with you. Don't worry.
Going very different.
Do you train fighters at all?
Yeah, but not just for fun. If you want me to train you, you'll have to pay for it.
Show me your good.
Choose something.
Let's talk about something else instead. There was a time when things would have. Why does that happen over again? There must be something about that story. Would like to be issues like
Some people never learn. The right decision. Rely on somebody and you're in trouble. That's how it.
Let's talk about something else instead.
That won't happen.
Same old story.
Some people never learn.
Show me your goods.
I got the best.
Always talk. The worst shit.
I doubt that's ever likely to change.
Let's talk about something else instead.
Let's talk about something else instead.
I thought that had been cleared up ages ago. Why does that happen over and over again? I thought that had been cleared up ages ago. As long as I'm not wrong. If there was a time when things would have gone very different.
As long as I'm not
It's all the blathering anymore. I'd better keep out.
You have to watch what you tell
Maybe,
people.
but who cares? People always talk about something else instead. They're totally idiotic. You shouldn't believe there was a time when things
everything you hear.
I doubt that's ever likely to change.
You shouldn't believe everything you hear.
People always talk.
Let's
I
talk
doubt
about
they
something
should.
else
It was
instead.
obvious that there would be trouble ahead.
Maybe.
Must be something about that story after all. I'm not listening to all the blathering anymore. Same old
Show me your
story
goods.
every time.
I got the bet.
You shouldn't believe everything you hear.
Where is the sect camp?
Leave the camp through the south exit, then head eastwards. You'd better take a map.
The south exit is
Why
the
does that
collapsed tower.
happen
Exact.
and over again?
I wouldn't like to be in.
You're very probably.
I wouldn't like to be in his shoes, though.
I doubt that's ever likely to change. Let's talk about something else. I'd better keep out.
You better not stay here. The orc land start.
Is it dangerous?
Let me put it like this.
I think it might be
Pity.
Same old story every time.
I'm not listening.
What goes on here?
You've not been here long, have you? The mages have been preparing for the blasting of the ore mound for years. They say it won't be long now. At least it looks that way, considering the huge mound that the scrapers have assembled so far.
What can you tell me about this camp?
It's a kind of community for community's sake, if you know what I mean. We all do as we please, but there are so many of us that Gomez can't wipe us out that easily. Although that's probably what he dreams of at night.
What do you have to do with Gomez?
We steal from him.
Who's your leader?
Lares is the head of the gang. Most folks accept him. But he don't tell us what to do.
What do I have to do to join the camp?
You can join our gang, but first you have to prove you're against Gomez.
How do I do that?
If I were you, I'd get something important from the old camp, or the old mine, and take it to Lares.
Hi, I'm new here.
It's good to see a fresh face.
You must have been here a long time, huh?
Damn right, boy. I was one of the first.
In that case, you must know a lot about this place.
So-so. I spend most of my time out here just picking rice. That's what let me get so old. We get some rice and the odd schnapps. That's not much, but that's enough.
Why are you here?
Taxes, boy, taxes. My shed was as empty as my stomach, and I just couldn't pay. So one day the soldiers came and brought me here, but it's no worse in here than it is out there. At least I won't starve in here. I always paid my taxes before, all my life. But that wasn't good enough for that son of a bitch with a crown.
There must be something about that story after all. I'm not listening to all that blathering anymore. Rely on somebody. That wasn't very clever. That won't happen again.
Hi, I'm new here. I just wanted to know what goes on around here.
Ask someone else, will ya? I do nothing but work out here in the fields. I don't know nothing. Man, I'd love to tell the Rice Lord to do his own damn dirty work.
If you don't like it, why are you working here?
It happened the first day I got here. Lefty, one of the thugs that works for the Rice Lord, came up to me and asked if I could lend a hand in the rice fields. Sure, I said. I was new here and I wanted to make myself useful. The next day, when I was taking a short rest, the guy turned up again. You don't want to let all your colleagues do all their work by themselves, do you? He asked. I told him I was exhausted from the previous day's work, that I needed a rest and all that. but he never listened. He grabbed me by the collar and dragged me back to the field. From that day on, he stood outside my doorstep every day until I got used to going on my own. I didn't want any trouble with those guys. They're real cutthroats. You'd better steer clear of them.
Who is the Rice Lord?
He was one of the first to arrive here. He helped found the camp and start up the rice fields. These days, he just hangs out at the warehouse stretching his stomach, the fat pig.
As long as I'm not involved. As long as I'm...
Hey, just arrived. We need somebody to take some water to the peasants in the rice fields. This way you can make friends with a few people. What do you think?
Sure, I'll be glad to help.
Great. Go to the Rice Lord. He'll give you the water and tell you everything you need to know.
What are you doing here? You looking for trouble?
Hey, relax, I'm a newcomer.
Huh? You look okay, though. You never know. You get new guys come along thinking they're it every day.
What's a man like you doing with the peasants?
Lee asked me that. I don't fight anymore, except to defend myself. I killed a guy once. And that was once too many. That's why they chucked me in this goddamn colony. It was justice.
How did it happen?
It was just an ordinary bar fight. I didn't mean to kill the guy. I just must have hit him too hard. I was a blacksmith at the time. I didn't know my own strength.
Why did you join this camp?
I'll tell you. My only option was to join those sect loonies, and I didn't want to let those gurus of theirs mess about with my brain. In the old camp, I'd have had too much trouble with the guards, but the mercenaries and rogues do have some respect.
They're afraid of you?
Maybe. Anyway, I found peace here, and you should try the same.
Lefty sent me. I've brought you some water.
Thanks, man. I was just about to start drinking the mud.
Can you teach me to be as strong as you are?
Even if I could, what would you use your strength for?
Self-defense.
That takes speed, not strength. Do you think cracking skulls is better than finding peace?
To teach these bastards how to talk to me properly.
And before you knew it, you'd become another of those
I've been thinking the whole thing over.
And? Have you thought of anything better?
No.
I thought so.
I've been thinking the...
And?
No.
I thought so.
You take care of the rice fields, don't you?
Why? You looking for work?
Lefty sent me.
Oh yeah? What did he say?
I'm to bring the peasants some water.
Right. Here's a dozen bottles of water. There's about twice that amount of peasants, so make sure you share it out evenly.
Lefty sent me. I've brought you some water.
Thanks, boy. I needed that.
Is there anything I...
Be careful at the camp, boy. A lot of
Do you have...
Well, you could say they're not like me. Well, I've been around a few.
How's it go?
There's a lot of work.
Lefty sent me. I brought you some water.
Thanks, man. A bit longer and I'd have started drinking.
Whose job is it to make sure everything...
Everyone's. The Rice Lord's supposed to be, well, him and Homer.
Tell me about...
It's full to the brim with bastards. They don't do their shit.
How are you?
We're working our butts off.
Lefty sent me.
Thanks, man.
Are you working in the rice...
Yeah, that's right.
I see. What can you
It's dangerous going there. What do you want?
Nobody sent me. I just want to talk. Lefty sent me. I've brought you some water.
Thanks, boy. I need...
How's it going?
There's a lot of work. We need a lot of rice to feed all these people.
Is there anything...
Be careful at the camp.
Do you...
Wait, not...
Lefty said...
Thanks, man.
Lefty sent me.
Thanks, boy.
Lefty sent me. Lefty sent me.
Thanks, man.
Lefty sent me.
Thanks, man.
Thanks. Be careful.
Lefty sent me. Lefty sent me.
Thanks, boy. That's good.
Hang on. We talked earlier.
No, we can't have done.
Sure.
That's good.
Hang on.
No.
Sure. Lefty sent me.
Thanks, boy.
Left. Left. Lefty.
Thanks, boy.
Lefty said.
Thanks, man.
Lefty.
Thanks.
Lefty said.
Thanks.
Hey, you! Well done. You're useful for something after all. I think this is exactly the right task for you. From now on, you do it every day. Go on with it right now.
Lucky for you. But I would have enjoyed polishing your mug.
I thought that'd be... If you think, you shouldn't believe everything you hear. I better keep out of it. If you think... That wasn't very clever. There was a time when things would have gone very differently. I wouldn't like to be in his shoes, though. Same old story every time. You shouldn't believe everything you hear. Same old story every time. People always talk. I'm not listening to all that blathering anymore. As long as I'm not involved. Rely on somebody and you're in trouble. That's how it goes. If you... I'm not listening to all that blathering anymore. Maybe. You probably... Some people never learn. If you think. Keep it to yourself. People don't need to know it.
Do you intend to go through this gate?
Do you intend to stop me?
No, but you should know what's waiting for you. This is not like in the old camp, and not like being with the sect loonies either.
And what am I expecting here?
There are no guards or Templars to look after you. It's every man for himself. The only ones who stick together are us mercenaries.
What do the mercenaries do?
We are the mercenaries of the water mages. Our target is to break free from here. We're working hard for it, and don't plan to take things easy like the guys from the old camp who are just having an easy time resting on the backs of the diggers. And we all follow Lee. He's a great man. He's the one who holds this damn camp together.
What do the mages do?
They investigate the magic characteristics of the ore our scrapers collect in the mine. As far as I know, they want to blow the whole damn ore mound sky high to free us from the barrier.
Sounds dangerous.
They said we shouldn't worry.
You have a massive ore mound here?
You could say that. We could buy the king's wife for that. But we don't give a damn about trading the ore with that old fart. We want to get out of here.
Where's the ore mound?
You want to see a real mound of ore, do you? There's a hole in the middle of the cave. They shove it all in there. But you won't get anywhere near it, I can tell you. The mages and our people guard the ore day and night.
I was just curious. What about the rest of the people?
All crooks. They don't give a damn about the camp. I'd rather just have the peasants guarding the front gate.
How are things going at the moment?
The scrapers are still collecting. Once they have enough ore, we'll blow the mound up. Watch your back.
Are you looking for something?
I'm looking for leaks in the dam. I reckon there's a lurk. The beast grinds its teeth and claws against the stone. If it carries on, the whole dam.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Sure, stop that beast from gnawing at my...
Where can I find...
I'd hunt round on the other side of the lake. Nobody ever...
Did you?
Yes, I built the dam back when... Of course everyone helped, but I...
And where do you want to go?
Why? In there.
Forget it. Silas only wants to see...
That's not really my problem.
I wouldn't like to be in his shoes, though.
I'm a scraper, and I'm thirsty.
You don't look like no scraper.
Well, there was a time when things would have gone very differently.
I'm not listening to all that blathering.
Lefty sent me. I brought you some water.
Thanks, man.
Obvious there would be trouble ahead.
You're from the sect camp, aren't you?
We call it the Brotherhood. I'm Baal Kagan.
What do you do?
Originally, I was sent here but these barbarians are not interested in spiritual enlightenment. And that is a popular occupation here.
Why don't they...
Baal Isidro was meant to help me, but he just spends all day in the bar on the lake and trades his weed for rice schnapps. He's addicted to the spirit. I fear I
could help.
I can only entrust such a large amount of weed, but you could help me give out gifts. Not everybody has tasted my goods yet. As soon as they've tried the weed, they'll want more.
I thought you could hardly manage to do your...
Baal Isidro will be taken care of soon. I've already...
What's in it?
I can reward you and you can get magic spell scrolls from me, or I can help you join our community. Both are very close. I can pay you with plain ore as well if you prefer.
Okay, give me the weed. Who do you want me to give it to?
You're sure to find someone who'll take it. Talk to people, but only give one stalk. One more thing. If you let somebody take the weed from you or if you smoke it yourself...
Sure. Show me your goods.
As you wish.
Do you want some swamp weed?
I'll give you 10 ore for it. Here. Anytime you need to get rid...
Do you want some swamp weed?
I'll give you 10 ore for any time.
Now where are you going?
Where can I go?
To Laris.
I want to see Laris.
I doubt he'll talk to you.
Just you leave that to me.
I won't stop you.
I better keep out of it.
You're very probably right.
Where do you want to go?
I want to meet Laris.
Laris is here.
I want to...
Many people want to join us. Are you deaf?
You look like you could do with some swamp weed.
He goes some. Hello.
Lucky for you, but I would have enjoyed polishing your mug.
Do you want some swamp weed?
I'll give you any.
Maybe. Hey, how's it going?
Do you want to buy something?
As long as I'm not involved.
I need a few things.
There must be something about that story after all. People always talk. It's not really my problem. You shouldn't believe everything you hear.
It was obvious that there would be trouble ahead.
I doubt that's ever likely to change.
Maybe.
People always talk. If you think. You have to watch what you tell people.
I thought that had been cleared up ages ago.
But keep it to yourself. People don't need to know it.
I need a few things.
It was obvious that there would be trouble ahead.
That wasn't very clever. There was a time when things would have gone very differently. I wouldn't like to be in his shoes, though. That wasn't very clever. Rely on somebody and you're in trouble. That's how it goes. Don't listen to all the blathering. I better keep out of it.
It was obvious that there would be
Same
trouble
old
ahead.
story every time. Don't listen to all the blathering. There must be something.
Hey, you! You've been lucky there.
Hey, you!
But keep it to yourself. People don't need
You look like you could do with some...
He goes some.
As long as I'm not involved.
Let's talk about something.
You're very probably right.
Wasn't very clever.
You look like you could do...
He goes some. Come back.
Same old story every time.
Hang on. Better not go rushing in.
I better keep out of it.
You have to watch what you tell me. As long as I'm not involved.
But keep it to yourself. People don't need to know.
I have some swamp weed.
Sure. Here's come by again.
If you think.
Is there any...
In the middle of the cave, there's a huge hole. Full. I tried it myself. You've just nobody. If we. Laris decides, but you'll.
Like what?
Like someone's sending you to.
Hang on. Better not go rushing in.
I'm not involved.
Things would have gone very differently.
You look like you could...
He goes.
That story after all, always talk.
Some people.
If you think.
Hang on.
I have some swamp...
Sure. Come by.
But keep it to yourself. People don't need to know it.
Same old story every time.
That's really not my problem.
You don't look very agile. I could help you. I can show you how to control your body. It's the art of acrobatics.
People always talk.
That won't happen again.
As soon as you've gained control of your body, you'll be able to jump much further. You'll learn how to roll off and what's the best way to land when falling. But don't forget, you're not immortal. Acrobatics can also be very useful during battle. You'll be able to change the distance between you and your foe very quickly. Good luck!
Let's talk about something else instead.
You shouldn't believe everything you hear.
I doubt that's ever likely to change.
I can show you how to control your body.
People don't need to know it.
Rely on somebody and you're in trouble. That's how
There was a time when things would have gone very differently.
I can show you how to control.
That wasn't very clever.
You're already better now.
Some people. I
That
better
wasn't
keep
very
out of it.
clever.
I thought that had been cleared up ages ago.
You have to watch what you...
I have some swamp weed here.
Sure, come by.
You look like you could do with some swamp weed.
But you got none.
Hi.
It's none of your business.
Said there would be trouble ahead.
Shh. Hey, you.
Who? Me?
Exactly.
What are you?
You've just arrived. There are a lot of things you need. Besides, you have to watch who you talk to.
What's the matter with...
He has the mean habit of beating up the new ones.
What can you teach?
It depends.
That won't happen again.
I've shared out the weed.
The first new customers have already been to see me. You've done a good job. What will you have as a reward?
I'll take the 100 ore.
Very well. Here.
Where can I get a bow here?
You've come to the right address for that.
Who are you?
I'm Wolf. I'm Acon.
I'd like to...
I can teach you, but
How much?
anything I teach you will cost...
I'm looking...
I can't sell you anything.
How do I get furs and skin?
On the way to the new camp, you'll come across a... Ratford and Drax are hanging around in the north of the old camp. It's on...
Do you trade in anything?
I buy furs and skins from the hunters. If you get...
Let's talk about something else instead.
I'd better keep out of it. I'm not listening to all the blabbering anymore.
Let's talk about something else instead. Well, there was a time when things would have gone very differently. It was obvious that there would be trouble ahead. You're very probably right.
Things would have gone very different.
I doubt that's ever likely to change. Let's talk about something else instead. There must be something about that. But keep it to yourself. People don't need to know. I wouldn't like to be in his shoes, though, because he...
You shouldn't believe everything you hear.
But keep it to yourself. People don't need to know.
Do you trade in anything else?
I buy...
My problem. Hang on. Better not go rushing into anything.
It was obvious that there would be trouble ahead.
I doubt that's ever likely to change.
Some people never learn. I wouldn't like to be in his shoes, though, because he... My problem. But keep it to yourself. People don't need to know it.
If you think,
That's really not my problem.
I wouldn't like to be in his shoes, though.
Some people never learn. I thought that'd been cleared up
Wouldn't like
ages
to be
ago.
in his shoes, though.
I would like to be in his shoes, though, because
Let's talk about something else instead. Some people never learn. Rely on somebody and you're in trouble. That's how it goes.
some people never learn.
It was obvious that there would be trouble. Keep it to
That's
yourself.
really not my
Don't
problem.
need to know it.
Well, there was a time when things would have gone very differently.
Some people never learn. You have to watch
better
what you
keep
tell
up.
people.
You'll have to watch what you tell people.
Maybe.
I'm not listening to all the blathering
That
anymore.
won't happen again.
Do you trade in anything else?
I buy furs...
You're very probably right.
You okay
All's quiet.
for now?
If the rogues keep on attacking, go. And that's not.
Is there any trouble in
Man, there's always trouble.
Who calls the shots around here?
We do as the mages say, but usually they don't say nothing. Basically, Lee's.
Rely on somebody. Must be something about that story after all.
I want to become a...
That's not so hard. But it only takes people.
Well,
I thought so. If you're really serious, maybe you'll be lucky. And he'll...
Hey, you.
Hey,
You've been lucky. Hey, you.
Some people that wasn't very cool.
who are you?
I'm Torloff. I was involved in a mutiny. It wasn't such a good idea. That's how I came.
What have you been doing in there?
Lee won't take you on until you get... And until then, you'd better... You want some advice, boy? Steal something important. As soon as the boys notice that you're against...
And how do I do...
You need to win their trust.
Hey, you...
Hey, what have you been doing in there?
Do that again.
Do you know where you're heading?
Where?
You're heading straight for...
There was a time...
What do I need to do to make you let me see Lee?
Nothing. This isn't the old... He doesn't need an army of henchmen to... We are only here in...
Rely on somebody and you're in... I doubt that's ever likely to change.
You're the boss of the mercenaries, aren't you?
That's right, boy.
Which task do the mages' mercenaries have?
Very simple. Protect the ore, protect the mages. Sometimes the mages have a...
I'd like to...
You have a nerve. Do you honestly think I'll just take you can only become one of us? Step aside! Stop! Nobody...
Some people never learn. That wasn't very clever. But keep it to yourself, people.
I wouldn't like to be in his shoes, though.
Hey, a new face!
Who are you?
I am Gorn, mercenary of the magicians.
Better not go rushing into anything.
What do you have to do as a mercenary of the magicians?
Lee has made a deal with the magicians. He hires the best fighters to be found in the colony, which means us. We take care that the scrapers can mine the ore without being bothered and keep trouble away from the magicians. The magicians make sure we'll get out of here, and we get a small share of the ore as our pay.
You're very
There was a
probably
time
right.
when things would have gone very differently.
Rely on somebody and you're in trouble. That's how it goes. That wasn't very clever.
It was obvious that there would be trouble.
I wouldn't like to be in his shoes, though, because he... Rely on somebody and you're in trouble.
It was
That's
obvious
how it
that there
goes.
would be trouble.
Yeah, there must be something about that story after all, because... But keep it to yourself. People
I'd
don't
better
need
keep
to
out
know
of
it.
I thought that would have been clarified a long time ago.
If you think.
It was obvious that there would be trouble.
Can I stay somewhere here without having to kick somebody out of his hut?
I don't think so. But if that's really what you want to do, go and see Shrike. He's taken the hut right at the front, at the entrance to the cave. It was empty, but it really belonged to us.
Us?
Well, us mercenaries. Mercenaries and rogues live separately here. And none of Laris's gang should be here, on this side of the big hall. It doesn't make much difference, really, but he didn't ask. And you can't let those rogues get away with everything, because then they get real cocky.
What do I have to do to join the new camp?
Before Lee admits you, you'll have to improve your fighting skills. It doesn't matter what weapon you use, but you have to be good. Besides, you should be very experienced with the life here and everything. If you don't want to go to the other camps, you should try to join the rogues before you start as a mercenary. See you later.
Rely on somebody and you're in trouble. That's how very clever.
How are things?
Get l-
You shouldn't believe everything. Some people never learn.
Step
Hang
us.
on, better not go rushing into anything.
Greetings, magician.
May the blessing of Adam. What can I do?
I wouldn't like to be in his shoes, though.
You want?
We need major amount. We'll release the entire map. Of course, such a big amount of ore. That's why we need a man.
I'd like...
If you want to join us,
I'd like to become...
we cannot afford to spread. We will not even consider instructing you. I can help you to increase your...
But keep it to
It's
yourself.
obvious
People
that
don't
there
need to
would be
know.
trouble ahead.
I want to acquire magic...
People always talk something about this story. People always talk.
That wasn't very clever.
You're very probably right. I thought that had been cleared up ages ago.
Maybe.
I wouldn't like to be in his shoes,
If
though.
you think
As long as I'm not involved. If you think
Step aside.
some people never learn,
You've been lucky there.
you're very probably right.
you shouldn't believe everything you hear. Don't listen to all the blathering.
Very probably.
I doubt it's ever likely to change. It was obvious there would be trouble ahead.
And you're in trouble. That's how it goes.
So this time gives me faction or something else.
Maybe.
Hang on. Better not go rushing into anything.
That wasn't very clever.
Going to save it here and do one of each faction, or do a little more.
You're
first
very
and then
probably
join?
right.
Haven't decided.
That's really not my problem.
Hang on. Better not go rushing into anything.
But keep it to yourself.
I'd better keep out of it.
Let's talk about something else instead.
You're very...
That's how it goes.
I've shared out.
The first, what will you?
I'll take the 100 ore.
Very well.
Show me your.
As you wish.
Hang on, better not go rushing into it. You have to watch what you tell me.
There must be something about that story after all.
There must be something about that story after all.
Some people never learn.
I doubt that's ever likely to change.
You have to
I thought
watch
that had
what you
been
tell me.
cleared up ages ago. I thought so. You're in trouble. I'd better keep out of it.
I doubt that's ever likely to change.
Hang on. Better not go rushing into anything.
Listen to all the blathering.
Hey! What have you been doing in there?
Don't listen to all the blathering.
Shh. Hey, you.
Who?
Exact. You've just. There are a lot of. Besides.
What can you teach?
It depends.
What's the matter with Butch?
He has the mean habit.
But keep it to yourself, people. If you think that wasn't very clever.
Hey, you! I told you to take some water. I don't like people.
Let's talk about.
As long as
That wasn't very clever.
I wouldn't let
Well, there was a time when things were very trouble.
Same old story every
Can you?
Yes.
If you think.
You shouldn't believe everything you hear.
But keep it to yourself. People don't.
It was obvious there would be trouble ahead.
Your strength has increased. Come back soon.
I doubt it's ever likely to change.
Take care.
That
won't happen
Better
again.
not go rushing into anything.
I thought that had been cleared up ages.
Hang on. Not go rushing into anything.
Find somebody, you're in trouble. That's how it goes.
I doubt that's ever likely to change.
And how far have you got with your tests?
I've already talked to Dexter and Sly and Fingers. They are some of the most influential shadows here in the camp.
That's not really my
Same
problem.
old story every time.
I'm not listening to all the plan bring anymore.
It was obvious that there would be trouble ahead.
Some people never learn.
That wasn't very clever.
Rely on somebody
There
in
was a
your
time when
Same
things
old
were
story every time.
Same old
That's really not my
story.
problem. There must be something about that story after all.
People don't need to know it. There must be something about that story after all.
Let's talk about something else instead.
People always talk.
That's not really my problem. That's not really my problem.
Somebody, you're in trouble. That's how it goes.
You're probably
Hang
right.
on, better not go rushing into anything.
There was a time when things would have gone very differently.
You're probably right.
Maybe.
You're probably right.
Let's talk about something else instead.
I thought that had been cleared up ages ago.
You think? There must be something about that story after all.
I thought that had been cleared up ages ago.
Well, there was a time when things would have gone very
Thought that had been cleared up
Not
ages
something that's
ago.
ever likely to change.
Let's talk about something else instead.
if you think.
Let's talk about something else instead.
I better keep out of it.
Same old story
I
every
doubt
time.
that's ever likely to change.
You have to watch what you tell people.
Let's talk about something else instead.
Let's talk about something else instead.
People always talk.
You're probably right.
Hang on. Go rushing into
Watching
anything.
what you tell me.
I don't remember which place.
People
That's really
Thought that had been cleared up ages.
That's really not.
Thought that had been cleared up.
Ah,
ages ago.
good to see you. How about your daily contract?
Talk about something else instead.
I doubt that's ever likely to change.
Here, take it.
My
See ya.
Don't you worry about anything.
Let's talk about
Time when things would have gone very differently.
Listening to all the plan bring anymore.
I need to get into the castle.
I fear I cannot, brother. We gather swampweed, and if you were one of the couriers working for Kor Kalom, what do you want to do? Do it.
Find somebody, you're in trouble.
That's none of your...
Fine, man.
I found Neck.
Good. Have you got any evidence for that?
I found this amulet on him. Here you go.
It was actually the amulet the whole thing was about. You're a clever guy. You might have had the idea to keep the amulet yourself, but you've made the right decision. If Diego asks me about you, I'll vote in your favor.
Alright. We've made a partial.
How's it going?
Good. You've done me a favor.
Have you got armor for me as well?
Well, I'm sure.
Give me the digger's trousers.
A good choice.
Show me your goods. Have you got armor?
Well.
Time to upgrade the old one.
Must be something about that story after all. Hang on. Can't let go unless you know anything here.
I like two-handed sword.
The sleeper be with you, stranger. I'm here to guide you onto the right path.
And which is the right path?
The path of the sleeper. He alone has the power to set us free. The gurus are preparing a great so far. Our camp.
What?
Maybe you're one of the chosen. Or you, if the sleeper, you see, you should be aware of that.
Who's this?
The sleeper, he has been leading all the followers.
Salvation from
this god.
What?
He guided us to the swamp. He gave us he showed, and he gave some of us.
Tell me
this gift enabled only the gurus of our.
Show me your goods.
I got the best.
Well, how's it going?
You can always count on me.
I was in the sect camp and met Melvin.
And? What did he say?
Apparently, he likes it more than getting harassed by the guards.
Hey, man, he has all the fun for...
Really? Why not?
The guards have found out that I need at least 100...
Hi.
Go, I talked to Bob. I think I'd better go there.
Let's talk.
You're very probably
Some people
learn something else instead. listening to what I...
That won't happen again.
You shouldn't believe everything you hear. I thought Dad had been cleared ages.
There must be something about that story after all.
But keep it. Choose some.
Tell people better not go rushing into anything. I'd better keep out of it. It was obvious that there would be trouble ahead. People always talk.
I thought... It's the same
You shouldn't believe everything you... You shouldn't believe everything you...
People always talk.
I wouldn't like to be in his shoes, though. That won't happen again. Yeah, there must be something about that story. It was obvious to watch what he felt ahead.
It's the same old story every time. Some people never learn. Wasn't very clever.
As long as I'm not involved.
Do you? Yeah, but not. Yeah, but...
I want to improve my handling of one-handed weapons.
That's a good decision. Before you can improve your technique, you'll have to learn how to hold the weapon right. Beginners often tend to hold one-handed weapons with both hands. Now, don't even start getting into that habit. It'll do you no good. Hold the weapon with one hand, blade up, and keep swinging it. You have to learn to harmonize your weapon's swing with your own movements. That'll make you faster in the attack. If you keep in mind what I've taught you, your fights will be more elegant and a lot faster in future. Oh yeah, one more thing. Some hits cause more damage than others. As a beginner, you don't stand much of a chance making critical hits. But the further you progress, the better you get.
Do you?
Yeah.
I want to become a
So?
Can you?
I would...
I'm looking for somebody to teach me something.
Why have you come?
Diego sent me.
You should have said that. If you want to join the camp, if the influential shadows in this camp test, that's why the way of the thief. Incidentally...
You wouldn't speak up for me in front of Diego.
Depend. If you demonstrate that you've learned...
How am I supposed to...
Learn a thief's skill. You need to become more skilled in...
What can you teach?
That depends.
I want to learn how to sneak around.
I believe, no false modesty, that I'm one. But when it comes to teaching how to sneak...
How can I improve my lockpicking skills?
You'd like to know that, wouldn't you? Above all, you have to make sure if you're a little bit more patient in future...
Where can I find Cavalorn?
He's hunting out in the wild.
You'll find them at the path to the new camp. Westwards of the old camp, there's a wide canyon. In this canyon, there's an old woodcutter's hut. You'll find him there.
You wouldn't speak up for me in front of Diego, would you?
Yes. You've learned something which we can make use of skilled thieves.
You told me I could...
And that's...
I thought that'd be cleared up ages ago.
I'm not listening to all that.
What about my esteem within the camp?
I've talked to a few people.
And?
Scatty has told me he's anxious to see how you come off against Kurgo. And he's anxious to see if you'll challenge Karim. Whistler told me the story about Fisk. Well, if I was you, I would have taken the ore and cleared it off. But anyway, he thinks a great deal of you. Sly told me that you found Neck. He seemed to be really content. Fingers told me that you've already learned a bit, but he thinks you can still improve your skills. I really need to talk to Dexter. He's using you for his own business. But there aren't any rules for the test. If you manage that, you'll be making a big step. Get on with it. There are still many things to do if you want to get anywhere here in the camp.
I'd better keep out of it.
There must be something about that story after
Take care.
That's not really my problem.
There was a time. Hang on.
You shouldn't
You have to
leave
wa-
everything in here.
Let's talk.
Where is the... Leave the south exit is the...
Hags.
Keep it to yourself. People don't...
I thought that had been cleared up ages ago.
I thought that had been cleared ages ago.
There was a time when things were done very
If you think. Some people never learn.
Why does that happen over and over again?
I'd better keep out of it. I better keep out of it.
I'd better keep out of it.
As long as I won't happen again.
You're very... Hey, you! Make yourself scarce! Clever boy. Maybe. I thought that had been cleared up ages ago. That's really not my problem.
But keep it to your...
It's really not my problem. Totally it.
There must be something about that story.
I'd better keep... You're very probably right.
Never learn. Some people never learn. That would...
maybe.
Ah, how about you?
Here.
My
See ya.
Don't you worry about.
I doubt that ever.
Don't you have...
Could you describe the way...
There are all...
You fight in the arena?
I was sent here. I'll fight here for his higher...
I'll challenge you. You! I'll have... Do yourself a favor.
So you don't...
Don't you have any...
You're only here to get a chance.
What? You worm. You know nothing about... And apart from that, there's only one reason why... It'll be my pleasure. Are you...
He's at it.
Next time, I'll...
Come on, I want to pay.
I'd like to challenge you to a...
What? But I don't want...
Okay.
Here you are.
Thanks. I'm afraid I can't tell you much about the outside world.
That's a shame.
I'd like it to stay that way.
Then why do you
I want to get acknowledged.
By Scotty, you mean? But if you really want to impress him, it's Karim you need to beat. Only if you still want to fight me, let me know. But I won't.
Let's
follow me. Right. Let's get...
He's had enough.
Don't try that again.
Are you looking for a quiet?
There must be something about that story after all. It was obvious there would be trouble ahead.
I'm quite capable of doing anything you tell me to.
Oh, so... But I'm warning you. You blow this.
I'm ready for your task.
What I'm about to tell you is between you and...
Sure.
Of course, that applies to a lot of the rogues in the new camp. But this guy has the nerve. He's gone too far.
Why?
Because he's under the protection...
Sounds...
Yeah, but there are a problem that's hard to solve. They found him later in the outer ring. In fact...
Why do the mages...
Because they use him as a gopher. Our local mages are in contact with... They're likely to become very unpleasant if I throw one of their gophers.
What about me? What do you think the mages...
You're new here. You'll be okay. But I'm
Where can I find...
You'll find him at the south.
Do you want me to kill the guy?
I want you to make sure I never see his...
I'll take care of it.
said there would be trouble ahead.
That wasn't very clever.
Rely on somebody and you were in trouble? Maybe.
Hang on, let's talk about some pressing into
I doubt that's... It was obvious that all that blathering. Maybe.
Why does that happen? You shouldn't believe everything. You have to watch what you tell people.
Are you really the magician's courier?
What if I am?
I'd like to have a chance to talk to the magicians. I have to get inside the castle.
The magician's couriers bear seals, which allow them entry to the castle. If you were one of us, you could get such a seal.
You have a problem.
Really? What's that?
There are people around here who want to get rid of you.
Really? Then you can tell them they should send someone along to enforce their wish.
What makes you so sure I'm not the one to do it?
'Cause I think you're smarter than that, boy. We, too, need capable people.
Tell me...
It's the camp where we have our own...
So what is it?
Our magician... Well, go...
And
if you're serious, but if you prefer to beat me out...
This can't...
Pardon me?
Thoris...
Really? Don't try...
I'd better watch what you tell people. Why does that
Let's...
There was a time when things would have gone very different. People always talk.
Right.
I'm not listening to all that
The fight's been decided.
Don't try that again.
same old story every time.
It was obvious that there would be trouble ahead.
I'm not listening to all that blathering anymore.
Rely on somebody and you're in trouble. That's how it goes. Maybe.
You have to watch what you tell people.
Time when things would have gone very different.
You're very probably right.
You looking for trouble?
I fought Kurgo.
Yeah, and you lost. Surely you don't expect...
Well,
you can always count.